Hello, you're welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time of being here, you're welcome. Nice to have you join our community of people with purpose. Yes, my name is Adenike Jimo. I teach people on things that pertain personal development, purpose in life, and leadership, and other very beautiful videos that I know that you really love to watch. Now let's get first things done. Have you clicked the subscribe button? No, you haven't? No. Why? Just do it. It's just for it. Just click that subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell. It will always let you know when another video drops. Don't forget to like, don't forget to also share. And for those who have clicked the subscribe button, thank you very much for doing just that. Nice to know that you've clicked our subscribe button. All right. So today I'm going to be talking about relationships. Yes, relationships. Oh, it's no. It's not about boy, girl. Well, maybe a little bit of that, but nothing specific about that. I want to tell you about relationships that can be redefined and relationships that cannot be redefined. Yes, some relationships can be redefined and you need to know them so you know how to handle them. And some relationships cannot be redefined. They are as they are and will remain as they are till eternity. And you also need to know how to handle them. So without much ado, let me get right into it. So what are the kinds of relationships that can be redefined? Let's start with that. Relationships like between friends. Yes, you can have a friend today and tomorrow the person is no longer your friend. It can be redefined. Yes, ex-friend, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends. Yes, they can be redefined. Today you may be someone's friend and tomorrow the person may not be your friend, maybe somebody else's friend. Workplace relationships. Yes, today you may be someone's colleague and tomorrow you may change place or the person may change location or the person may even change position and it's like, oh, we're once colleagues. They are relationships that can be redefined. Neighborhood. Yes, your neighbors. Today they may be your neighbors, tomorrow they may pack out. I may not be your neighbor and be like, well, he was once my neighbor or we're living in the same street or the same avenue one time. They are no longer our neighbors. So even marriage can be redefined. Yes, today he's your husband, he's your wife, and then tomorrow, oh, ex-husband, ex-wife. Those relationships can be redefined. Okay? So what do you do with relationships that can be redefined? The first thing that you must note is that where a relationship can be redefined, you should put in your best. Yes. Make every day worth the relationship. Don't just say, after all, you're my friend today and tomorrow I can choose not to be your friend. Excuse me. Yes, it is true. But then it means that every day that you're together, you should put in your best. Make it work. Don't wait for the other person to be the one to make it work. As long as it pertains to you, you put in your best and you make it work from your own end. Yes, that's how to handle a relationship that you know that can change any day, anytime. Another thing that you need to do with relationships that can be redefined is to know where the boundaries are. You must set your boundaries. I must know, when somebody else is crossing into your own space or when you're crossing into somebody else's space. You see, people think that if you don't set boundaries, it shows that, yes, you're close, you like each other. Yes, we're together. No, it doesn't. It simply means that you have not set the space within which respect is maximal. It means that you're also giving room for offenses to occur. But when you set the boundaries, it helps you to know, how far you can go with that person and how far the person can go with you. So it gives room for mutual respect. So for every relationship that can be redefined, please set the boundaries. You should also know how long it will last. Some relationships will not last forever. And because you know that it's not last forever, the more reason why every day must count, and every day must count well. Okay? So know that if you're working in a place, you're probably going to be there for like what, 2 years, 3 years, 6 months, 1 week, I don't know, 5 years, 20 years, 30 years, 35 years. So have the end in mind. And by having the end in mind, you will really know how to play out each day. Because they always say that the end of a matter is always better than the beginning. So you know that, yes, when we leave or when we part ways, we don't want to part ways on sour ground. And if you need to end a sour relationship because it can be redefined, well, think it through and end it gracefully and feel no regrets about it. Remember, it's a relationship that can be redefined. So if the relationship is toxic, then you should actually consider putting an end to it. Don't think that, yes, the relationship must continue and then it's not working, it's toxic, it's not safe, it's, puts life at risk. Please consider that it is a redefinable relationship. And then you want to consider whether it should continue or whether it should end. So much about relationships that you can redefine. So now let's talk about relationships that cannot be redefined. There's only one that comes to my mind, and that is family. Yes, relationship between father, child, mother, child, siblings, cousins. Look, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how long you've been together. It doesn't matter where you go to from here or from there. Your daughter will always be your daughter. Your son will always be your son. Your father will always be your father. There's nothing like ex-father. Have you ever heard of it? Or ex-child. No matter how much you quarrel with your brother or with your sister, no matter how much you hate each other, possibly, that person is still your brother and that person is still your sister. So even if there's so much animosity between your siblings, remember that you cannot change that. It can never change. It cannot. A mother will not say, well, I gave birth to that child. Now that child has been, just say, well, I want to give birth to that child. If there's anything like that, that child has already been born to that woman and that is that woman's child for life. So you cannot redefine that relationship. It's there, and it will always be there. So what do you do with relationships that cannot be redefined? And there's only one thing I need to let you know about such relationships. Never, ever, ever take them for granted. Yes, many times we feel that the person is always there now. After all, it's my sister. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can talk to anyhow to my brother. It's after all, it's my daddy. Yes, it's my mother now. It's my daughter. I can't. No, don't take the person for granted. Don't take their presence for granted. Don't take what they do for granted. Don't say, after all what? He's there, she's there. But remember that they have their own thing that they want to do. They have their own privacy. They have their own worries. They have their own concerns. They have their own pressures. They have their own burdens. And the fact that you are always together in sense of having that relationship doesn't mean that you should not have respect for who they are and what it is that they are doing at that time. So anytime you need their presence or you need them to get something done for you, please always value the fact that they're giving you their time, they're giving you their space, they're giving you, all that they are. They are your family, they are your cousins, they are your parents, they are your sisters, they are your siblings. But whatever it is that they give to you, they give it to you out of that family love. Having said this, I would like to plead with you. If there's any relationship, whether redefinable or not redefinable, that has gone sour, please take time out to put a little thought to it and say, where did it go wrong? If it's something that can be fixed, go ahead, take the bold step. Even if the person will not accept, on your own part, give yourself that peace that you need and make an attempt to make it work. Whether it's family, whether it's workplace, whether it's your community, whether it's your neighbor, whether it's your father, whether it's your mother, whether it's your cousin, whether it's your sister, make it work. Just pick up your phone, say hello, or send a text or send an email. Make every relationship work. As long as it's safe, as long as it's peaceful, and as long as it will give you to that very essence of being in that relationship. So we'll see you again. Take care of yourself.